time to meet with Dr. Farouk Kamil Elbaz, head of the Investors and Technology Transfers Office, who will talk to us about the latest protocol signed by the National Research Center, as well as the center's latest projects and researches. Doctor, what are the other latest researches which are breakthroughs accomplished by the National Research Center that you'd like to talk to us about other than the biogas protocol?
There is a lot of big gamma project in the National Research Center. We can arrange for you different meeting with different professors, which they are responsible to carry out this project. We one of most important of our topics is the use of rice straw to produce paper for printing. Also, we have in the field of environmental issues, we have produced different drugs to for the treatment of many uh, source of let me influenza to you. Yes, something like that. Yes.
Now,
So you
finally,
know that we have here in the National Research Center, we have 14 divisions with 110 departments. All of these departments work in different areas: agriculture, medicine, chemical industries, environmental issues, medicine, pharmaceutical, food industries, and so on.
Finally, I'd like to ask you about the responsibility of the National Research Center in making sure that the quality of the River Nile is good enough as potable water.
We have signed a very good contract with Ministry of Irrigation and with the concerned authority responsible on the drinking water. We are responsible for the quality of drinking water in all governorates. So we have a good team, and they every month they took samples and make analysis and give recommendation. So the division of environmental science is responsible for to cover this point.
Now, usually we tend to say that the water of the river is being polluted by the various industries who are pouring their some of their or discharging some of their waste in the water. Is that still taking place, or right now it's not as before?
It is taking place. It needs time to finish. It needs a long time because there is no complete control on the population in Egypt, so it needs some time to be solved.
Now, when you find that these waste products are in the water, are there certain ingredients or chemicals that you can add to help decrease these waste products from the water before we drink it?
Yes, I think we have the technology to make the different treatment to keep the quality of the water is which to be ready for drinking by the human being. I think we have this technology.
Thank you very much for this interview, Doctor.
You're welcome.
Now it's time for the culture review. It's time to attend a music concert held by the Cairo Symphony Orchestra entitled Sibelius 3. The orchestra will be playing music for three composers, R. Schumann, Sibelius, as well as Johannes Brahms. Concert, which was conducted by celebrity conductor Ahmed al-Saidi, included a variety of Sibelius's work. Sibelius wrote his Third Symphony in 1907. The symphony is considered as a hinge between his first two romantic symphonies and his later ones. In this work, Sibelius tended to use few and simple elements and develop them, creating complex style rather than just introducing dramatic romantic materials.
Today's concert is part of a series of concerts devoted to the great Finnish composer Jan Sibelius. Jan Sibelius is 150 years birthday this year, and as part of the civilized musical world, we are contributing to these celebrations with performing his symphonies, which are 7 symphonies, and each symphony is performed in one concert with other works or with other works of Sibelius himself. Today is the third concert in this series, and we perform the third symphony of Sibelius, and which is performed for the first time in Egypt.
The orchestra also played music pieces for Johannes Brahms, variations in a theme by Haydn, as well as some of the music pieces composed by R. Schumann.
Regarding Egyptian solist, like a pianist or a contrabass, independently, they are very famous among the Japanese. But regarding the Egyptian opera, several soprano, like なんだっけ名前はGala Hadidi-san, yes. And also the Amira Selim in France. We know the in Japan, but the others we don't know well. But I think everybody made an effort to make it popularity. Yeah.
Yes, very nice and very exciting and so happy, and nice music and nice performance. It's fantastic.
The orchestra was accompanied by violinocello soloist Hassan Mu'taz, who won several international and local awards.
Yes, actually, this concert I know like since 1 year ago, and then Maestro Ahmed Al Saidi called me that in the beginning he was asking me to play different pieces like Strauss, Don Quixote, but in that moment he asked me to play in November. Yeah, but I was busy in November, but I suggest to play Schumann concerto because this piece is the first time for me to play with the orchestra, and it took me to prepare. Like I studied this piece when I was like 17 years old or 18 years old, and it took me like maybe 2 weeks to prepare and to know it very well. And I really was very happy to play with Cairo Symphony Orchestra because this orchestra, I was working for this orchestra for 8 years, since 2000 until 2008. And then I'm enjoying really so much to be with my friends again after a long time, like 7 years now I'm away from the orchestra. And I'm really happy to be back and to play Schumann Concerto and with Maestro Ahmed Said.
So where have you been?
Actually, I live in Qatar because there is orchestra there. I working there in Qatar Philharmonic Orchestra, and from time to time, each year I come to Egypt to perform like solo concerts and sometimes recitals with cello and piano. But it's really every time I come back to Egypt and to play with the Cairo Symphony Orchestra. I really feel very happy and very proud to be in my country and playing with my colleagues. It's very nice.
The various music pieces played by the Cairo Symphony Orchestra were characterized by their romantic theme. By this we come to an end of this episode of Nile Magazine. Until we meet again, it's goodbye.